Colonel Richard and Amalthea. Estelle and Joshua, this is our first opportunity to truly speak face to face, I believe. The last time we saw one another was right after Mayor Dalmore was arrested, wasn't it? I'm honestly surprised you remember us. I realize we exchanged few words, but you made quite an impression on me. My curiosity was piqued, so I did a bit of checking up on you. I was quite surprised you learned that you were the children of Colonel Cassius. How'd you find that out? Please understand, I'm not trying to show off the Intelligence Division's capabilities. I'm greatly indebted to him from our time together in the Army. Indeed, more than words can properly express. Might I persuade you to stay a while and talk? I've been hoping to speak with you two for quite some time now. Huh? Pardon me, Colonel, but don't you have a meeting with His Grace? I don't mind being a little late. Yes, if we're gonna talk, why don't we just use the lounge inside? I'll mix you up a couple of virgin cocktails. I'll prepare them, sir. No, that won't be necessary. I want you to go to His Grace and inform him I'll be delayed. Yes, sir. Pardon me, then. That Amalthea, man. Now then, shall we retire to the lounge? Please follow me. Joshua, what should we do? I don't see where we have much of a choice but to follow him. We'll be a little late, but we can talk to the head maid later. I met Cassius shortly after I graduated from the military academy. I was assigned to a mobile unit that was under his command, and since that time I found myself in debt again and again, both personally and professionally. He did? And, what'd you think of him at the time? Put it simply, he was a hero, and a master swordsman to boot. No matter the scenario, he could find a way to handle any number of battlefronts in every direction. It wasn't just a matter of sheer tactics, he understood and could direct high-level strategy as well. Quite simply, he was a man without peer. If I didn't know better, I'd say we were talking about two different people. So, you were with our father during the 100 Days War. Yes, he was my CO. Even now, I can still vividly remember the excitement that filled me as we executed his plan that turned the war's tide. Anytime I get to talk about those days, time just runs away with me. But this much I can tell you. If Cassius Bright had not been part of the Royal Army, Liberl would now be part of the Erebonian Empire. No way. That's kind of hard to believe. Well, as a hero, he had a knack for doing unbelievable things. He left the army immediately after war, declining even a medal from the Queen, so few know of his achievements. But inside the army, many soldiers still hold him as a prime example of what a hero should be. He never said one word about this to me, words. It's not really the kind of thing you tell your daughter about. It's not fair to criticize him for that. Yeah, come on, Estelle. Whose side are you on? And besides, why doesn't any of this shock you like it shocks me? Did you already know about all of this or something? Well, I didn't know that he was, Colonel Richard's superior officer. The rest I knew about, vaguely. Vaguely? You're an accomplice. Hey, calm down. It's not like he told me any of it. I just figured a lot of it out. Yeah, Joshua uses his brain. He told me he didn't feel it was something worth going out of his way to tell others about. I just don't get it. When he comes back, he's so in trouble. If he ever comes back, he could be dead, Estelle. For all we know. Haha. Please excuse us. We didn't mean to interrupt. No, seeing you like this is actually a bit of a relief. When I found out your father was intending to leave the military, I desperately tried to stop him. But it seems that by leaving, he did what was best for him after all. After losing his dear wife, maybe being with you is all that can help him recover. Colonel Richard. Now then, I thank you for taking the time to come here. I really can't keep the Duke waiting, so I'm afraid you'll have to excuse me. Oh, alright. I apologize for making you wait so late, or making you so late. Not at all. You both have told me the one thing I wanted to know most. And thus I have no regrets. How's that again? I'm sure we'll have a chance to speak again soon. Cassius might even be with us then to share in the stories. Okay, who was that man and what has he done with Colonel Richard? What are you babbling about now? It's just that it's weird to hear him talk about Dad that way. Why? What's so weird about it? I wasn't expecting him to be so, well, nice. Do you really want to have this conversation, Estelle? We had this thing in the beginning of the game where you fell for Josette's crap. True, he doesn't seem all that villainous anyway. Even so, it's pretty much a foregone conclusion that he's got something up his sleeve. Yeah, you guys have the proof. It's very obvious that he could be putting on a fake face and all. Like, people do that. But now we should probably put the issue of Dad aside. Yeah, I guess you're right. And I hate to say it, but I think that he might have been playing nice just because he can get something out of it. Yeah, exactly. He's an intelligence officer, so he probably thinks that fooling a couple of kids is as easy as could be. Don't you think that's going a little too far? You might be right. Let me be the one who's mistrustful of others. You just follow your instincts and believe whatever you think is right. Huh? You're giving Estelle a lot of choice. I don't think that's such a good idea. But just make sure you're prepared for anything. Don't let your guard down. I'd say a bracer's job is pretty much that, in fact. Okay, I got it. I'll keep it in mind. Thank you, Estelle. Thank you? What the heck are you thanking me for? Anyway, we still need to go back and see Hilda. She's probably sick of waiting for us. Yeah, she should be in the maid quarters. Yeah, Colonel Richard's totally gonna be like the final boss or something. Very obvious. Where is the maid quarters? Actually, I think I vaguely remember where the maid quarters are. Maybe I haven't been to the maid quarters. Oh, is it like connected to the garden terrace, maybe? What's up, Zin? I want to talk to Zin for a bit. The food was amazing, but the conversation and the flow of wine were much less so. So if you'll excuse me, I have lost drinking time. Alright, I thought you had like interesting dialogue. Just a recap. I don't care to talk to these other invitees. Whoops, my bad. Maybe it's down here. Did we ever go down here? I don't think I looked around down here really well. Can't go this way. So it's gotta be on the east side. Where are the maid quarters? Interesting, so it's probably inside somewhere. I wish I could like open a map of what's it called? Of Grand Cell. I wish such a thing existed. This is where I came from, so it's not going to be in there. Style Joshua, have you met Her Majesty? Nah, no new dialogue. Maybe it's in here. Did I go in here? This looks like a maid quarter. There's a bunch of maids. This is just between you and me, but cleaning up after the Duke meals is... No, this is the dinner table. This wouldn't be it. Where did she and Mistress Hilda get off to? I'm looking for Hilda right now. Ah, here it is. I didn't even see this was like a door. Ah, there you are. I've been waiting for you. You're awfully late, aren't you? Sorry about that. We kind of got caught by Colonel Richard. Did you now? He had some things to tell us about our dad. I don't think he has any idea what we're up to, though. I see. Ah, yes, the letter of introduction did mention you were Master Cassius's children. I can understand at least some of how Colonel Richard feels. Oh, do you know our dad too? Everyone knows your dad. He used to come here when he worked as General Morgan's aide-de-camp. I'm told that he was a school friend of the late prince's, Her Majesty's son. Late prince? Princess Claudia's father. Yes, he was killed 15 years ago in a tragic shipwreck. Would that he were still alive today? Am I crazy? Is this sentence crazy or am I crazy? Would that he were still here? Would that he were still alive today? That's a weird sentence. None of this would be happening. Huh? Lamenting what might have been is a fool's errand. Evening is fast approaching. We must make our preparations at once. Come on in, Shia. Oh, hey, aren't you Shia, right? She just said Shia's name. Yes, thank you for remembering. You look well, Estelle and Joshua. I've been told of your current predicament. You won't find a more dependable child. She's been a great help to us whenever the princess is in the castle. Princess Claudia? That shouldn't pose a problem. Thank you. If you're ready, you should go change to your uniforms. The ribbons and headpiece are tricky, so I'll adjust them for you. What? What do you mean? Estelle's gonna need to dress as one of the maids in order to get into the royal keep. A little playing with the hair and you'll blend right in. Oh, I get it. Uniforms don't allow for much in the way of personalization. That should be ideal for sneaking in. Huh? Me in a maid's outfit? I've been wanting to try one on since we first met Lila. Cute, breezy, easy to move in. Well, if our uniforms weren't easy to move in, they'd make the cleaning much more difficult. I thought so. Well, let's get this sucker on me. Why so excited? I'm glad you're in high spirits, but you need to remember the manners in front of the queen. You won't have me to lean on this time. Why not? You're changing too, aren't you? Oh, is Joshua gonna have to dress up as a maid? Pardon? I mean, he did play the princess during the play at the campus festival. Oh, you're bringing that up? Is there really that much of a difference between the fancy dress and a maid outfit? That's different, it was a play. I can't appear before Her Majesty in women's clothes. Oh, you'll be fine. You have to, though, because Estelle cannot do this on her own. It's not all that shameful or anything. Besides, you made such a gorgeous princess. Not this again. Cut the jokes, will you? Hilda, Shia, help me out here, say something. Oh my word. Anyone? I see, that shouldn't pose a problem. Shia, don't you have that extra hairpiece designed for the princess? Yes, it's never been used, though. He has that full dark hair, so it would probably look good on him. Hey, hold on. Well, it looks like the 3-to-1 vote. Majority rules. This way, please, we can use this as a training room. Or changing room, not training room. Wait a minute, I don't remember ever agreeing to changing. Oh, poor Joshua. Alright, if I have to change, I can do it myself. Shia, you're not planning on using makeup too, are you? Kids these days. Oh my. Ta-da! Haha, what do you think? Haha, I think it suits her very well. Such a bright, active maid in training, and after only just coming to the castle too. This is supposed to be certainly. You certainly have me convinced. And with the hair down like that, no one will be any the wiser. Perhaps you'd like to work at Grancel Castle for real when this is all settled. Well, we already work as bracers, so, anyway. Come on, Joshua, get out here. No chance I can talk you out of this. None at all. You're just making this take longer. Fine. You're impossible sometimes. Well, it's almost frightening how good that looks. Isn't it awesome? It looks better on him than it does on me, and I'm an actual girl. A bit of makeup can make all the difference in the world. Please just say you're done. Well, I suppose so. And I'll show you the way to the royal keep. You need to make certain you watch me and learn how a maid handles herself. Yes, ma'am. We're finally gonna meet the queen in person. Yes, this is a do or die moment. We just have to stay focused and get to the royal keep. It's hard to take you seriously in that outfit. Oh, excuse me. This was your idea. Can't believe you got the nerve to pick on. Sorry, don't get all mad. I'll treat you to some ice cream later, okay? I want ice cream. I'm not like you. I'm not obsessed with food. Hey, I'm not obsessed with food. They get along so well, don't they? We're out of time. Let's go to the Royal Keep. Oh, my word. I'm roaming as Hilda. Interesting. Flygon, welcome to stream. Doing really well. Playing some Trails in the Sky. Let's go to the Garden Terrace. Not the Garden Terrace. Where am I going again? Onward to the Keep. Bum bum. Hilda, what business do you have with Her Majesty at this hour? I'm bringing some tea and spoons at her request. The current situation means that Her Majesty is denied the right to even go about her daily life as she wishes after all. Such harsh words. Who are these maids with you? I don't recognize them. His Grace ordered me to hire on some additional staff to help. They've only just arrived at the castle today. Really now? Hey, you're pretty cute. Thank you. Oh my word. You actually thanked them. Huh? Why do I get the feeling we've met before? Crap. You stare so hard at every young lady you see. I do hope you're not thinking any untoward thoughts. I'd rather think that His Grace and the Colonel would disapprove. Hey, it's not like that. We're the elite of the Royal Army, we wouldn't do that. All's well then. Now, will you please allow us to pass? Pardon us, ladies. Please go ahead. Got him. Ooh, that was intense. Thanks, Hilda. You're a lifesaver. Yeah, that was really well done. I'm just glad I can help. Now, then, are you planning to change your clothes before going to see Your Majesty? If you prefer, I could show you the way now. I think I'm okay as is. Boy clothes now! Oh my word. Oh, for the love of, why are you always so self-conscious? What was wrong with what you had on? It's not an issue of self-consciousness. By the way, Hilda, is this the room I think it is? Yes, this is Princess Claudia's bedroom. But she rarely sleeps in the castle, so the room's all but unused. Huh? No kidding? But I heard that the princess was tending to the queen. I guess that's just a gossip then. You'd have to ask Her Majesty for the full details. Her room's on the second floor of the Royal Keep. I'll take you there. We're still roaming as Hilda. I beg your pardon, Your Majesty. I brought the two I spoke of before. This is Joshua and Estelle. Thank you kindly. By all means, enter. As you wish. I'll wait for you here. You two go on in. Right. Pardon us. Oh. I bid you welcome. My name is Alicia von Oslies. That's how I'll pronounce that. I'm the 26th monarch of the nation of Liberl. I'm Estelle Bright. I'm a junior bracer of the Bracer Guild. And I'm Joshua Bright of the same affiliation. It's a great honor to meet you, Your Majesty. Estelle and Joshua. I've truly been looking forward to meeting you both. Oh, this has been a long time coming. I regret that I cannot offer you proper hospitality, but I prepared some tea. Please have some and relax. Yeah, I'm more of a coffee person, thanks. I see, so Professor Russell asked you to bring this information. A pitch-black orbment capable of negating all other orbital energies, and you say that the Colonel has acquired it? The Professor told us that you might have some idea of what he intends to do with it, Your Majesty. Can you tell us anything? I have but a vague idea, but I did not think that the Colonel ever even knew of it. Perhaps I'm worrying about nothing, but even so. Excuse me, but what is this vague idea you have? I suppose there's no harm in telling you. Roughly 10 years ago, a massive orbital reaction was detected beneath Grand Cell. Professor Russell was the individual who came to investigate. Did this happen in the vicinity of the sewers? No, far deeper underground than that, in fact. Professor Russell was under the impression that it might be a relic of the Ancients that still functioned. What, this is FF7 now, the Ancients? Wow. So, it was a bona fide artifact, huh? Most artifacts I know of have lost their function, like the mechanisms on the top of the towers. But every now and again, you find one that still functions like Mayor Dalmore's family heirloom. And something like that is beneath Grand Cell? So what does that tell us about the gospel? Maybe it could be used to halt the artifact's functions. Could it do that? Yes, however, we were unable to establish the nature of the artifact, or indeed why it was buried beneath the city. But it's beyond my imaginings how the Colonel could know of its existence. Professor Russell's research on it was kept strictly confidential and off the record. I see. In any event, seems likely that trouble's on the way. Honestly, just as I start to think maybe the Colonel might be a slightly nicer guy than we were giving him credit for, when someone's trying to stir up some trouble, that's when the bracers come in. We won't let him get away with whatever evil scheme he's trying to pull off. I expect no less from Cassius's daughter. You're acquainted with our father, Your Majesty? I mean, of all the people, I feel like the Queen would probably know our father. He was a friend of my late son's and a great savior to the nation, or at least have heard of him. Even after he retired from the army, he would sometimes undertake requests for me. Really? I didn't know that. I imagine that there are a great many things about him that you do not know, including the precise role he played in the war 10 years ago. I assume you have not been told? Well, nothing super detailed. Perhaps then that is the role that I am meant to play. Estelle and Joshua, will you indulge me by listening to an old story? Oh, yes, absolutely. It's no indulgence, Your Majesty. I need a drink before I read this.